Pittwater lies next to the ocean. Pittwater has beautiful bush. Country gathers bring back Pittwater to us, to us. Bring back, oh bring back, oh bring back Pittwater to us, to us. Bring back, oh bring back, oh bring back Pittwater to us.
Rob said to me personally that there would be no forced amalgamation of Pittwater. I wish that he was here to talk to us and explain to us why we had the enforced amalgamation of Pittwater. We didn't necessarily have to have it, we didn't need it, and it's not going to be of any benefit to the people of Pittwater. It's one of those situations where a small, well-run council we had in Pittwater, run efficiently with good people at the helm, that's going to be much more advantageous to the people in the area than a big unwieldy council run by people that we don't trust.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've got 3 levels of government in Australia, but we don't have any local representation anymore. We live in Pittwater, and we've got 3 local councillors for the entire area north of the harbour. The amalgamations were carried out without due process, and we need better. The services have dropped, the rates have gone up, what we've promised in benefits haven't eventuated, and we need to restore Pittwater Council for the good of Pittwater people. Local decisions from local people, that's what we need.
Let's see what Mr. Noel can do to help us get Pittwater back.
Good. Well, as you know, our Christian Democratic Party has always opposed forced amalgamations. We've always said that the people should decide what happens to their councils. Not big government, not the big parties, but the people. So we support de-amalgamation, where Pittwater can become again a standalone council.
What do we want? What do you say, sir?
It's not very often you get a combination of the Greens, the Christian Democrats, Labor, the Shooters and other independents all on the same page. But
Coalition.
This is the Rainbow Coalition. But this is one issue that's very important to our hearts. And I come from a regional area where, we're seeing news coming out of Dubbo recently in relation to the amalgamations in Dubbo not being as successful as what was portrayed. And the Orange was looking at mergers with Cabon and Blaney, and we fought that on the election front back in November 2016, and as a result I was elected, and the government then cancelled the amalgamation of those councils. So it can work. Keep together, keep fighting. I can guarantee you we'll do everything we can.
David, what do you think about our chances of getting Pittwater back?
Thanks, Bob. You're a shoo-in, is the long and the short of it. We will make it happen. And what you see here today are politicians from every single political party except for the Liberal National Coalition, every other political party, and I, on behalf of the Greens, commit to campaigning to get your council back. Yeah. What do we want? Pittwater. What do we want? Pittwater. What do we want? Pittwater. Come on, better. What do we want? Pittwater. What will you get? Pittwater. And you've got more than 2,500 signatures already. You're having meetings in your local area where hundreds and hundreds of residents are turning up to demand your council back. You are doing a terrific campaign, and all the MPs here offer our congratulations to your on-the-ground campaign. Well done you. Well done you. And you're going to present your proposal today. And if this government plays silly buggers with your proposals, I reckon you take them to court. And then, if you win in court, terrific. But either way, come March of next year, we will guarantee, if we hold a majority in both houses between us, who don't normally agree on stuff, if we have a majority in both houses, you'll have legislation as first order of business that gives you a right, unambiguous right. The residents of Pittwater can have a plebiscite and decide for themselves if they get their councils back, and that plebiscite will be binding, and we will come back, and I will love to visit Pittwater and be there on your first council meeting and see you get your local control back. Well done you. Thank you.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now. You know what? We have lucky to have Peter Primrose here, the Labor member for local government. He is also supporting Pittwater, I think. Peter, would you tell us what chance you think we have of getting Pittwater back?
This is one of many meetings we've held in the last 2 years. We've all had many meetings here. We've had many meetings in other local communities. We've said, with all political parties and independents in both houses of Parliament, with the exception, as David said, of the National Party and the Liberal Party, we've been consistent and firm since Premier Mike Baird announced these forced mergers 2 years ago. We will allow communities who wish to voluntarily demerge to demerge. Yes! That is a consistent undertaking. I can say on behalf of the Labor Party, if we form government next year, along with our colleagues here from all the other parties, within the first 100 days, we will move to introduce legislation to allow communities to voluntarily demerge if that's what they wish to do throughout New South Wales. That's a promise to Pittwater, and it's a promise to every other forcibly merged council in New South Wales. That's been the consistent message for the last 2 years. That's the consistent message we're all giving to everyone. We will maintain that until the election, and then if we're able to form government next March, then that will be delivered and Pittwater will be returned as a standalone council.
Before this forced merger, the Pittwater Council carried out an internal survey, and you know what? 89% of the people want a Pittwater to remain by itself. 89%. They took no notice, and what did they do? They merged us against our will. And now, having done that, it seems like Gladys, the Premier, has now said it was a mistake, there will be no more mergers. But what happened, they still have demerged Pittwater. We want Pittwater to be demerged. And when do we want it? Now! You know what? This Northern Beaches Council, it has a population of 250,000 people.
And it's going backward.
And it is becoming a bureaucratic nightmare, which is worsening. And as you said, sir, it is going backwards.
It is sinking.
The Northern Beaches Council is failing financially. In the next 5 years, it will be $55 million behind the amalgamation proposal. That the amalgamation proposal was a misleading document, and the citizens of Pittwater, as they do across the whole state, have a right to say whether they demerge or not. So let's be certain. Pittwater, the Northern Beaches Council is financially a fail.
We've got about 3,000 signatures in the box. If you think that perhaps we've got to 1 in 10 people in Pittwater, that 3,000 signatures probably represents at least 30,000 people, and we're here today to represent them. We'll be taking it into Gabriel Upton's office in a little while.
Pittwater lies next to the ocean. Pittwater lies over the sea. I love the drink, how the
for coming in. You know what? It's only by getting people like yourself and a big crowd that we can make this government realise we are going to get Pittwater back, with their help or without their help. And the representative had better realise we are going to continue till we get Pittwater back. What are we going to do? Get Pittwater back!
We will fight them on the beaches. Right? On the beaches. Where's that from?
So I'll take that, and then we'll share it with the Office of Local Government, who then make the appropriate due diligence on it, and then they will get back to you.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for accepting it. Yeah. And how long will it take, do you think, till we get some sort of response?
That's really in the hands of Tim Hurst as the Acting Chief Executive to go through, verify, and then there are relevant bits of legislation and regulation to go through, and then report back to the Minister, and then of course to you.